Hello everyone, I am Magdala Ramirez. I come from the Maya Mexica tradition and I'm very happy to be with you today. Yes, there is so much going on everywhere in the world. There is so much going on in your community, in your family, in your life because of this initiation that human beings are at this time and space. We have been talking about this initiation for a long, long time. And this part is very, very important to comprehend that everyone it is passing through hard times. And understanding that it is not only you. And begin to observe what is it in the heart of the people, what it is going on with so much commotion. It will help you to understand your higher self. I went into a journey of ancient writings, of ancient talks about this time and space and how the ancestors, in one way or the other, talk about this time. And you find this in many, many cultures, not only in my culture. In my culture, they're talking about, the sixth sun and the commotion that people need to pass through and how to understand the new vibration of the sixth sun. But I found these writings almost in everywhere. I went through some of these Nahamadi too, ancient writings that they speak about this time, and that was also very, very beautiful for me. I needed to find that voice that the ancestors speak about it, a voice that it is inside of me and that it is inside of you. One of the things that I found about it, they talk about the perfect human being, or what we call the higher culture right now. How to understand that true human being, that it is unshakable, that it is able to stay focused in who you are with the presence of your own presence. In that space that you are beyond the times, that there is no past, present, or future. That space within yourself that it is so important to tap into it. That presence of your own presence that resides within yourself, that is where you find that bonding with the one that created you and become one and the same. It is the time of emerging your personality with that true heart that it is connected with the multiverse. And that merging part of it, it is bringing that light to all these parts in you that they are afraid maybe, that they are angry, that it is so much of that commotion that you're being bombarded with. When it is the time of the initiation, it is a purification time. And this purification time, it has to do with that masculinities. Masculinities because this is your way of living. As we have been speaking about this, remember that the mother is the essence of all the vibrations. And through that essence, you understand that beautiful connection that you have with the multiverse. The ways of the Father, it has to do with your outside world, your manifestation. And that has to do with the masculinities. those places within yourself that it does need to be purified. Everything have changed already in the world, and you need to understand that adaptation about it as a way of living, understanding that unity and trust. Trust this place within yourself that you are connected with the one that created you at all times. It is a matter of identity. It is a matter of understanding that higher truth within yourself. We have last Sunday a beautiful teachings about this, because also I have found through those writings of the ancestors a place where the Christ was talking about the union of polarities as the first door for what he called the kingdom of heaven. He never said you need to die in order to get there. On the contrary, he says you need to make the inside the same of the outside, and the outside the same of the inside. In order to do this, observe this triad. At one side you have your feminine side, and in the other side you have your masculine side. Yet in that triad, like a triangle on the very, very top, is where you find that union. A union within your own self. For the ancestors, this world, they call it the world of the enchanted flower, where all the teachings come from. There are many other cultures that they have different names. You have the Shambhala, you have the Bahala, many other ones that they call upon this world. Yet this world, it is a matter of consciousness. What you're rising right now with so much commotion, it is your consciousness. It is a different perception of reality. Understanding that this friction that you are encountering in the system constantly, you need to use it for your highest good in everyone. When there is friction, that's when you awake those powers. When there is friction, that's when you are able to raise your consciousness. You see, that is the chaos. That chaos that it is right now, that everyone in the world are passing through. You will see that divine order in one way or the other. Once you raise your consciousness and understand why is all this happening, accept it and bring your body with you. That is one of the ancient prophecies too. They say that in this time, the time of the ascension, the time of raising your consciousness, you're bringing your body with you. The ancestors, they call it, you're bringing your robe with you. And this is very, very important, because your body will follow whatever you're thinking about it. Your body will follow your mind and your heart, whatever belief system you are dealing with in that moment. That is why the wrong beliefs are falling, and you are bringing a new truth within your own self. It is not the time to trust a government. It is not the time to trust somebody to come and save you, because it's not going to happen. This is the time that you use your own consciousness to bring that salvation, if you put it, and I'm putting this in quotes, into yourself. And that is the real big help for your family and for your community. As much more people begin to raise your consciousness, raise your vibration, these kind of attacks are not going to get into you. You do have in your DNA, encoded in your DNA, this beautiful knowledge of what it means to be human being. We have been talking about it in many other episodes too. But I am telling you, it is not only in your physical DNA, it is in your soul. It is in your soul journey that you are receiving this call from the mother saying, come back home. You know, one of the things that I encountered too in those ancient writings, it is this saying, go back where you come from. And I hear it all the time because, I am Mexica and right now I am in New Mexico and I have been living in the United States for a while. And you hear it all the time with all this racism thing. Yet, it is an honor, a reminder, actually. This reminder, it's very, very important to see because what they were talking about it in the ancient writings was about go back to the source. Go back to where you come from means go back to the source. Go back to Father, Mother, God. Go back into this energy of what it means to be human. And this has been very, very relevant at this time because I need to tell you, yes, go back where you come from. Means your consciousness, it is ready to merge into a higher understanding of who you are. This commotion that it is everywhere in the world, people against people because they're passing through very much hard times. You do are awakening that beautiful empathy. And I want you to realize that everyone is passing through very hard times too. And being understanding, it is very important because you need to understand love and love the understanding. And that is the union of polarities. The mind wants to be understood and the heart wants to be loved. Healing, it's very important at this time. You know that love, it is the most powerful energy in the multiverse. Because of that energy, the particles in one side of the universe and in the other side of the multiverse, they are connected. You pass information to one particle and immediately the other particle get it. So it is within yourself, between that beautiful mind and that beautiful heart of yours. So it is in how to overcome these time spaces that it is so hard in human being and become unshakable. Holding on the hand of the one that created you. It is imperative at this time. When all these belief systems are shaking and falling apart, and you're thinking, where are we going? What is going on? Don't let your heart get burdened into fear, but trust that the path is there. Trust that that love that you are. It is the source of everything. And the path has been created as we speak. There is so much to work in the people. There is so much spiritual work in the people. And it is very, very important that it is true that the spiritual work is very unique. And each one of individuals needs to make the work or not. And only depends on you. Because you have that freedom of choice. Realizing those choices are very important. If the choice comes from happiness, that's exactly what you're going to get. If the choice is coming from love, that is how it's going to be. If the choice it is coming from sadness, well, that is how it's going to be. The choices that you're doing right now are very, very important. Before you were making choices and maybe they were not precisely a good choices, but right now, every single thing matters. Every choice that you do matters so much because every time that you make a choice, you're creating a different reality. So it depends on you only. And yet, we all are dancing together in this one. And that togetherness is very important to comprehend too. Because through that love that we are, there is a lot of communication that it is taking place. Everything that you need to know, how the body gets healed, how to raise your consciousness, everything right now, it is really connecting one to another, just like the particles. You reach this connection because of love. You reach this understanding because of love. That's how you raise your consciousness when you are purifying the love that you have always been. When love is not regulated by a patriarchal system. When love, it needs to be healed. All these traumas and situations in your life, you must realize that everyone that has been in some way or another in a world, they have some traumas too. That is the thick layer of separation that you need to go through and find that place within you. In that understanding of who you are for real. No matter what. I'm reminding you that we do have the school online where we have so many spiritual work, and this is the time for you to make that spiritual work. I'm reminding you that you can always send me an email. Go to my website www.magdalas.com. That is MAGDALAS.com. And keep on sending emails. Tell me your questions. What's going on in you? I can feel you. Bring the presence of your own presence. Open all your senses. Open your third eye so you can see. Open your third ear so you can actually hear the one that it is calling you. I am so thankful for your work. Tlatzocomate, tlatzocomate, tlatzocomate. I am you.